Hello YouTube. Well, this morning I am cooking a pastalaya. If you're new to this channel and never watch anything, I'm new to YouTube, so please subscribe and like the video if you enjoy it. Like I said, I told people before, I'm not looking to make money. I just want to give good content for people who like the stuff that the Louisiana lifestyle and just four-wheelers and trucks and eating good and eating healthy and how we do it down here. I'll just go through the steps that we take. I cut up my meat. This is Boston butt and sausage. Use any type of sausage you want. I use a pork sausage. There's all types of good sausage to use in Louisiana and other places, and maybe a little different. Just use your preference. Anyone can make this in any state, and there's maybe a couple ingredients that I have that y'all may not have. But we first cut up some Boston butt or some pork, any type of pork you want, just some good fatty pork. Go over some of the ingredients. I use about 2 pounds of pork cut up and about 2 pounds of sausage cut up. Most everything's gonna be 2 pounds, so just remember that. And this is the size cast iron pot I use, and I'm cooking on gas stove. So you can cook it on electric or anything, but if you're used to using cast iron, you know how it's gonna work or how it's gonna act on your particular stove, or you can do it outside on the burner. This is the seasoning I put in the meat is this garlic powder. You can mix garlic if you want. This is Slap Your Mama, 2 different types. You can use Tony Chachere's or anything with black pepper, red pepper, cayenne pepper, salt, and all that stuff. So you just have them mixed in already. So, and then I put a little bit of extra sauce. It's William Perry. You can use any brand you would like. That's what I use to season my meat. And what I do is I cook my meat first. And after I cook my meat, I'll put it in, I'll take it out. And I want to cook it down to it almost chars the bottom. A lot of Cajun chefs use kitchen bouquet to get the color they want. But I just do it where it just gets a little bit of char on the bottom, and with Worcester sauce, it gives it the color that you want. Pastalaya is a little different than jambalaya, but it's basically the same principles except cooking noodles instead of rice. I cook rice a certain way, cook noodles a certain way. So these are the seasonings that I use, and then after I'm done cooking the meat, I'll swap it over to that over there, and then I will pull it out and put in seasoned blend. Seasoned blend is onions, bell peppers, red bell peppers, green bell peppers, celery, stuff like that. I don't feel like cutting it up all the time. You can cut it up yourself if you want, get fresh ones. So I just bought, this morning I just bought the seasoned blend. I'll cook that down until it is soft. Some people won't do it, but I like to cook it down so everything's real soft and it's almost like a paste. I'll cook that down, and then I'll throw my meat back into it, and then I add my next ingredient. Next ingredient, I'll use about half of this tomato paste. It's a small can, as you can see, 6 ounces. I'll put about 3 or 4 ounces of that in there. And then I will get some Italian dressing. Some people might think it's weird, but I'll put about half this bottle in there. That's a 16-ounce bottle, it's about half, about 8 ounces. And I'll mix it up real good and get it warmed up. And then I will throw in some chicken broth. Now, you need a certain amount of water for a certain amount of noodles you're going to use. This is a 1 pound thing of noodles, but it's a half size, so you don't have to break them up. It's hard using the longer one. So I like to use these sometimes. Or I'll break up the regular one. I'll throw my chicken broth in there, and then this, and then I'll add water. I want to fill the top of the fill all the noodles up where it's covered in the water, and it'll make a broth. So when you get all that in there, what you got to do is make sure I have a spoon that has a nip on the end so I can scrape the bottom, because it's gonna want to stick. So you keep it when the noodles start to get soft and come to a boil. Keep scraping that bottom. Don't let it stick, because it will stick to the bottom. You just keep scraping it and keep it stirred up until about all the broth is gone, because the noodles will soak up most of all the broth. That's what gives you a good flavor. And then at the very end, when you cut it off, it should have a film of broth over the top of it, which is good. And you just let it sit. You turn off your heat, because the pot, when you put the lid on it, will continue to cook on a cast iron pot. And you let it sit for about 5-6 minutes, and you take the lid off and stir it up and put the lid back on it again. That's kind of the way you do the rice, because rice has got to be steamed, and that's the way it cooks. But this is the way I do it. I haven't tasted anybody's that's better than mine, in my opinion, and everyone that I fed it to. A lot of people use a little bit more tomato and make it a little sweeter or spicier, but I like it this way, and it's extremely good in my opinion. So this is the way you cook a pastalaya down here in Louisiana. Boston butt sausage. You can do chicken or any other type that you want. And this is what I use. I'll give this a little stir real quick. Get that milk cooking. I'll put the lid on it in a second to get that good old, boy, they're getting a good aroma on already. Cut up your meat and sausage. When you get it cooked, transfer it over. Come over here and stick your season blend, your vegetables in there. Cook that down to it's soft. Then go ahead and add your meat stuff back in. Then add your 4 ounces of tomato paste, 8 ounces of Italian dressing. So that's a 32 ounce thing of chicken broth. You may have to add water if it doesn't cover your noodles enough. And then 2 pounds of noodles. This will probably feed about 20 people. So, and these are the seasons I use to season garlic, black and mama, orange saffron, whatever one you want to use, or if you don't have it in your state, you don't have to kind of make it yourself. But basically, different types of pepper: white pepper, red pepper, cayenne pepper, salt, so on and so forth. And this is soft being paired. So, if that was informative enough for you and you think you can do it, I encourage you to try it. It's good stuff, good eating. It's not good on keto because of the noodles, but it is delicious. So I will see you on the next one.